Hey, what's up, my peoples? MGO here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform Wonderful Trans Sky Atlas. So without further ado, let's just transform it. The first thing you want to do is take the smokestack and just compress it down. Then you can take the whole arm here and just extend it out completely, like that, just so we have room to operate. Take this panel, open that up. You have this little gray section. You just want to slide up at an angle, then close that back up. And you want to spin around to the back, take this panel and just rotate it out to the side, like so. Then you have this little gray section here. You want to flip this up, and this can be a bit of a pain in the butt to get up. There we go. Get that up, and then it's on a slider, so just slide it out, like so. And once that's done, you just want to take the smokestack and just rotate it down like so. Now you want to take the arm, rotate it in at the bicep, and then rotate the forearm out. Just kind of straighten everything out like that. And then you want to take this section here, just bring that down. That will unlock this forearm section and bring it up. And you have a tab right here that'll go into this slot right here in the elbow. So just get that lined up, and hopefully that should just tab right in, like so. Once that's done, you want to take the forearm and just rotate this out. Then you just want to bring this up and rotate the hand up. So make sure you clear that, like so, and then bring all of this up so it's sitting right there like that. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Compress the smokestack. Extend that arm, pull that all the way out, open up that shoulder pad, slide the section out, close that up, come back here, take this panel and rotate it all the way around, get this piece here and flip that up. And again, sometimes this likes to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. There we go. Get that up and then slide that out. And then rotate the arm in at the bicep, rotate the forearm out, undo this little wrist panel here, pop this up, I'll rotate the smokestack down, and then bring that up and tab all of that together. You also have this little panel here you want to flip out. You have to do that on both sides, so be mindful of that. Bring that out. This little section here, rotate that out, bring this up, and also kind of bring the hand up on the hinge as well, so you can rotate all of this around. Also be mindful of the positioning of the hands. That's how you want the hands looking. Just make sure those knuckles are as far down as they can go, and with the thumb on the side. And then just bring all that up, and have all that sitting like that. So now for the backpack here, you just want to untab it and just bring it up some. You want to take these fins, untab them, rotate them, bring it in, untab, rotate, bring it in, and they will just tap together right up top like so. Just get this up and out of the way so you can rotate these thrusters up on that double hinge, and then just bring the thruster up on the side like so. Same thing here, just rotate that thruster up. And just bring it all the way up, have it sitting there like so. You have these little side panels here that you want to open up and flip all the way down, like that. Once that's done, you're going to take this whole back section here, unpeg it, and just pull it straight out, like that. You then want to just take all this in here and just pull this out. Then you want to extend this panel here and open up this, line that up, just drop it down, open this panel, open it up, and just drop it down. You have these little sections right here. You just want to rotate these in so all that is just out of the way and sitting flush. Once that is done, and then you'll need to rotate this section around. Now you do want to take one of these panels and just kind of bring it forward just so you have the clearance there. This does pull out slightly, so try to get that pulled out. And then rotate it 180 like so. Then you can kind of pop that back in place. And once you've done that, you have a little panel in here that you want to flip out, a little silver panel to fill out that grill right there. And once that is done, you're taking this entire backpack assembly and rotating it 180 right there. So now we're going to take these script panels and just swing them down on that double hinge. Swing that down. You want to take these side pieces here, they're on a double hinge. You want to take them and bring them out and in. So they're sitting just like that. Do the same thing, just bring that out and bring that as far in as it will go. And then you come back here and you're going to untab this whole butt plate and just bring that down. Then you're going to take these skirt pieces, bring them back, and then bring them up. So now you want to take his legs, bring them out, bring them up, and then bring them back in. Bring that out, bring it around, and bring that back in. So now you want to take his whole upper body and just untab all this. It will drop down. And then you want to take this section here. It's on a slider, so you want to take this and slide it down. So it's sitting right there in this position now. And once you've done that, you can take all this and rock it back. And it will just tab itself in right there. Once you've done that, you can also take the lower body here and rotate that 180. Just make sure these little skirt pieces are out of the way. Just rotate that around like so. And now that we're here, we're going to take these sections here under his arms and we're going to swing them down. You want to bring the wheel in and then slide it up. This little panel here will fold in. And then you also want to, you can see it's kind of on a slider here, so you want to basically swing that forward. And there will be a tab slot connection that happens right here. Just tab that in, just make sure you get around the skirt piece here. And it'll sit like that. Same thing here, just bring that down, bring that wheel up, rotate it, flip this panel in, swing all this forward, and again, just be mindful of this little skirt piece. Bring it in and tab it into the side like so. And now that that's done, we're going to just take these panels here on the other side of his head and just bring those up. And now you want to take his head, rock it back, and then slide it forward. And then you can bring it the rest of the way down. So it's sitting right in there. And you have this section right here on his leg that is going to flip up like so. That will just reveal the slot right here that we will need. And you want to do that on both sides. So at this point now, we can just kind of bring the arms down. We were just keeping them up to keep them out of the way. Just bring these panels out like so. Once that is done, we can take all this and just slide this back in. And just drop that down. We're not going to secure anything just yet. But just drop all that back so it's sitting like so. And now we're going to take the arms and just swing them back. Like so, and what's going to happen is there is a post-port connection that's going to happen right in here on the side, on either side. So you just kind of want to line everything up and get that plugged in. And do that on both sides. So again, swing that arm back and just get everything situated and get everything plugged in like so. And there's also, I don't know if you can see it, but a little tab slot connection is going to happen right there with those little slots that we flipped up. So you can just drop those down, make sure everything stays together, and just drop those down into those slots like that. And right up front, there are some tab slot connections right here you want to make sure you have secured, so make sure you have that lined up and just pushed in as far as it will go. Make sure you do that on both sides. Just push that all the way in. The fists, make sure the fists are also tucked in as far as they will go. That is imperative, because if not, then things won't line up when you try to put those side panels on. So make sure you get those fists tucked in as far as they will go. So they're sitting roundabouts like that. Again, make sure all that is nice and squeezed together like so. And once that's done, you can take all this and just drop it down. There are little post-port connections here on the sides. Just try to line those up and drop those in. You can bring these panels down right now. You also have little sections of windshield you want to flip up right here and just drop all that down. We're not going to secure all this just yet, but we have it just sitting in place right now. Now back here, we're just going to take the butt plates and just take these, just swing them up, and they just kind of lay on top of the knees like that. Now bear in mind, there is a little tab you're supposed to be able to flip out right here that will connect to a slot right here to hold the legs together. Mine unfortunately does not have that, but that's what you're supposed to do here. So now for the legs, you just want to flip this section up. You have these little bits here. Just rotate that up. You can do it on the inside of the leg as well. So you're going to take this whole section here and just kind of push it in and then collapse the toe up like so. And then just kind of collapse that down on top of it. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that up, rotate that up. You can rotate the inside one up as well. Take this section, just take it and just kind of push it in, collapse that toe down. That'll sit there, and that will sit right there. So now what we want to do is take this whole ankle assembly here, just untab it, and just swing it in. So we can pull all of this out, undo all this as well, and we would just want to swing this out far enough that we can take this assembly and swing this out, then extend all this up, bring this out. There's a little slider, slide it in, so all of that will line up. This section here is on a little double hinge right here, so you want to take it and just bring it out. So it's looking like that. And this section here, you want to bring it in and then slide it down and then just fold it in like that. And once you're done with that, you can just take all this and just swing it forward. We're not going to get this all situated just yet, but just swing it forward. Because now we have this wheel section here that you want to swing out. Swing on up. Like so, and then these wheels here are going to rotate and then slide them back. You have a little panel here to flip down, and now you can bring all this in, and then you have that tab slot connection that will happen right there to hold that in place. So make sure. So ankle piece got in the way. There we go. Tab that in, and there we go. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just open up that ankle, swing all this out, open all of this up, rotate this out, extend this up, bring this out, slide it in so everything lines up. Take this and bring it back on that little double hinge. Make sure all that stays together. Take this, bring it in, and bring it down on a little slider, and then compress it up. Bring that forward, swing this wheel assembly out, rotate it forward, slide it back, flip that down, bring it down, and then tab that foot back in. Again, make sure that one flap is out of the way. There we go. Tab that back in, like so. And there you have that all done. So now it's time to get everything together here. So just line everything up. You have a tab slot connection right here. Just line that up and just get that popped in like so. Just be mindful of the wheels there. Just get all that situated. Get all this situated. This is where we have a lot of tab slot connections and post-port connections that get all lined up. Get everything together. We have these two bumper sections here. They're going to peg together right there. And you want to bring this down. You have two posts that will go into two ports right back here. So get all of that lined up. And just push that down So it's all connected right there. And then we have little tab slot connections that will happen right up front here. So again, it's the point of getting a lot of things lined up at once, kinda. So just take your time. This part can be a little annoying. There we go. This part takes some fiddling, but it's doable. Just get all that lined up and pop together. And there you go. There you have Sky Atlas in his alt mode. And now to get him back into robot mode, we can just kind of start loosening some stuff up here. We can take this panel and just swing this out. Just kind of get that out of the way. Again, just kind of get in here. Don't pull on these though. These are trans clearance bits, but just try to find something to get a nail in. There we go. And swing that out. When you do that, you can just grab hold of this grill here, and you can just pop this up like so, and just get that loosened up, and then we can split this whole front section and just kind of loosen all of that up, undo all that, and there we go. We can just start getting all this situated back here. So we're going to untab this foot and ankle assembly, so we can take this and bring it up, flip this panel up, slide the wheels forward, rotate them around, and then swing all of this back into the leg. And then we can swing all of this back. This little section right here, you want to just bring it out and then slide it up. And then just get all this sitting right there. Line that all back up. And once that is done, pull this section out, collapse all this down, bring all of this in, and just swing all that in, swing all this in, and then you have that tab slot connection that's going to happen right there. So just line that up. Again, this always drops down. Slide that right back in, and also extend this little double hinge here. So you can bring that all the way down, and all of that will just clip itself in right there, like that. And you can bring that up, take the foot, extend the toe, and then just shift it down. Bring these little side pieces down, bring a little side piece down, just bring that down, and there we have a leg all done. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just undo this whole ankle assembly and bring this out, flip this up, slide forward, rotate, and then just rotate all this into the leg, bring all this back, get all this situated here, bring this out, slide this little piece up, and then just get it all lined up and situated. Extend that little double hinge that it's on. It's a very stiff little double hinge. Take the section, extend it out, collapse that down, and then just swing that in like so. Bring that back, line that up, and make sure all this is sitting. There we go. Tab that in, close that up, and collapse all that in like so. Bring that up to rotate these down on either side. Bring out his toes and just pull them down. Bring that down, and there you have legs all done. So once that's done, we can just kind of undo this up here. Bring these panels out on either side. We can take the arm and just kind of pull it up so it untabs itself from there, and then we can take the arm and just bring it out. Just kind of bring it up just to get it out of the way. So again, just pull that up so it'll untab itself from the leg, and just undo all that. Get all these tabs in here undone, and just bring that arm out. Just kind of rotate it up just to get them out of the way. You can take this whole backpack assembly here. Just kind of pull that back. Just extend that back. Get it out of the way so we can get his head up. So you just want to rotate the head up. Once you get here, you want to slide this back. And then just bring that up like so. So we're going to start working on all this here. So untab this section here. Bring out this panel. Take the wheel. Slide in. Swing it in. And then just bring it up. You may have to kind of angle it. Again, this is on a little bit of a slider, so you can kind of swing this around. And get that seated into place. Like so. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, untab. Open that panel up. And just bring that back. Swing that in. And then just take all this and swing it up. So it's sitting right there. You can take the sides of his abs here if you want. And we can just take these and shift these back on those double hinges. Like that. So at this point we can take his lower body, rotate it 180. We can take his upper body, bring it down at this hinge here, and then slide it up on this slider like so. And then we can just rock all of this back so it tabs in right there. And then you can take the legs, bring them out, rotate them down, and bring them back in. Rotate it out, bring it down, and bring it back in. Take these pieces here, swing them out to the sides, bring them down. Then you can take his butt plates and bring that back up. And then you can take his crotch panels and just rotate them back up. You can take these sections as well and just flip these back up so that gold is revealed. Let's take these, push these back up. This one's very tight on mine. There we go. Rotate that back up. And there we have that. So now it's time to get the backpack situated. So take all of this and rotate it 180. Then you want to take this little panel here, flip that up, and now you want to rotate this 180. Again, you can take one of these sides and just kind of bring them in, just so you have the clearance to swing that around. You have these little sections here you want to just rotate up. So it's sitting like that. Just rotate these up. Like so, roundabouts, take these little bits of windshield and flip those in, and then just compress all of this up so it's looking like that. Then you just take all this and just collapse it up into the backpack. So it's sitting like that. And then at this point you can take this section, you can rotate this around, and it may come unpegged. That's fine. It's supposed to come unpegged anyway, so you can just do that. That's an easier way to do it anyway. Unpeg that, and then you can compress all this in. You're going to have post ports on these sides, so just make sure you get everything lined up and just kind of sitting where it needs to, so everything can just pop in. You can move the arms out of the way so you can line all this up like so, and line it up, and you can get all that popped in like so. And you have this little bit here, it's like a little locking latch. You can bring that up, and then that will just close right over it like that, and that will hold all that in place. And then you can take these little panels here, flip them back up on either side, take these thrusters and swing them down on that double hinge, and angle this however you wish. So swing that down and angle that however you want, and there's a little tab slot connection that happens right up in here, so you just line it up and just pop that in. Sometimes it's hard to find. There we go. Oh, no, I didn't find it. There we go. Just tap that in right there. Sometimes you're doing a little blind there. There you go. Once you do that, split the fin, bring it out, rotate, bring it down, little tab slot connection on either side. Just pop that in, bring it out, rotate, and tab that in, and there you have the backpack all done. And we're at the home stretch here. Now it's just time to get his arms transformed. So you want to bring this section down. And then you just want to rotate this down like so. Bring that down. Rotate it out. Now you're going to flip in this little panel here. And just drop all of this down. And that'll sit there. You just bring that up to lock all of that in place. Rotate that smokestack up. Get out of the way. Rotate the arm out at the bicep. Then rotate the forearm in. Come back here. Slide this little gray piece in. And then just slide it into this little groove. And then you can take this panel and rotate around to cover it up. Come here, up at this panel, this little gray section, slide that in and down, close that back up, and then you just slide the arm in, and then just bring it back on those hinges to seat that. And then just take the smokestack, this little notch there to get your fingernail in, so you can grab it and extend that out, and there you have an arm all done. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just rotate that down, and rotate this down. You kind of want to bring this out so you have the clearance to kind of swing that around, and then bring that down, rotate that out. This, bring it out, flip this little panel in, and bring all this in. You want to bring it in at an angle, so it kind of just hooks right in, and then it'll pop right into place. Close that up, rotate that smokestack up. Rotate the arm out, rotate the forearm in, take this little gray section here, slide it in, and collapse it in. Rotate that shoulder panel around, up at this panel, slide that in, close that up, slide all of this in, and then rock it back on those hinges, bring that smokestack up, and there you go. There you have Sky Atlas back in robot mode.